One of the things that are different with our platform and other platforms is that we do not lock you in. We don't, we of course want you to stay, but it should be of your free will. You can compare this with, let's say you purchase a movie today on one of the streaming services. Do you actually have the capability to watch that movie whenever you want? Maybe not. You cannot download it. You cannot play it on your DVD. You need to still have a subscription with that streaming service. Just as an example, we're thinking the same way here. If you deploy your application or solution at us, you should not feel that you have to stay with us forever. You can actually bring it home, bring it to your facilities, your own infrastructure, or something else. You should have that option, and that's what makes our platform is different to others, I would say. And to demonstrate that this actually works, I'm going to show you an example here. Application that I built to manage it's a house on the countryside that you can rent. So that's an application I built here and deployed in our platform. The components that are used for building applications here are based on open source. And in this case, this database, for example, is based on PostgreSQL, which means that you can spin it up in your infrastructure or locally on your computer. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to actually make a copy of this running on our machine with a local database, and we will extract the same data and run it here. And since we are using the very same open source Postgres database in open source cloud, we don't have any proprietary API in between. You can just use that straight off. You don't need to sort of change your application in order for that. The only thing you need to do is change perhaps the URL. All right, let us start by writing I want to run the canal app in OSC locally on my computer, database in OSC to my local database. And it should not need any code changes for this. It should be able to just get it right away. Now it's starting up a local PostgreSQL container. Verify the local database has data. Everything up and running. Photos are there. Okay, so I'm logged in now. So what I've just shown you was how I could exit the open source cloud platform and running this now on my local machine with the database running locally, with all the data preserved, and without having to do any modifications to the original application. So there it is. You're free to leave whenever you want. Of course, we want you to stay.